Welcome to Racing Now and Then. This is Tiger Tom Pistone. This is going to be my first episode, and there's going to be plenty more. Tonight we're going to talk about the cost of racing. How do you reduce the cost of racing? First of all, you got to get the promoters of the racetracks. They control the rules, they control the drivers, and they control the cost. And this could be all done very, very simple if they would cooperate with us. Then you would see, like it used to be, 20, 30, 40, 50 cars. Today you haven't got that much. The reason why? Tires, too much money. Shock absorbers, engines, mostly engines. The cost of engines is ridiculous. I've been preaching for years, let's go to the crate motor. The crate motor is about the best thing that's happened to racing today. The racing, I think the motor costs around $3,500 to $44,000. But you got to stop these guys from going through the engines, because once they get the crate engines, they're sneaking around, they're going through the seals, and they're putting $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 in these engines. We know that, but that's what racing's all about. And that could be controlled. It could be controlled by the promoter, and it could be controlled by the officials. All right, tires. We need to go to a real hard tire, and a smaller tire, and a smaller rim. This would cut the cost of racing. Or you could go to used tires. A lot of guys don't like the used tires because you don't know what you're going to get when you go to the racetrack, which is true. Me, I would go to the Winston Cup tire. You could get those tires for nothing. And then I would distribute them to everybody at the racetrack. Let them pick out their own tires. And that would cut the cost way down. Shock absorbers, we used to have Monroe shocks back in our day. They sponsored the races. They gave us 8 shocks per race for nothing. Didn't cost us one dime. This could be done. We could find a shock company and give us 4 shocks per race. And that would cut the cost down. I'm not knocking the shock people or anybody that works on the shocks. It's just that it's out of hand. Today it costs you $4,000 or $5,000, $20,000 to get a good set of shocks. And then you got to be a special engineer, which is like anything else. We got to cut the cost of racing. You could all laugh and say there's no way, but there is a way, and it can be done. Humpy Wheeler has been listening to me. He's got the ball rolling, and I'm going to try and keep the ball rolling. We can do it. A guy like Humpy can push the promoters because he knows the promoters. So you get something started that way. Drivers, car owners, mechanics, everybody. We got to get together and we got to talk about this. Well, maybe, we could talk about it. There's going to be a lot of yeses, there's going to be a lot of no's, and there's going to be a lot of people complaining. The ones that's going to complain is the guys that's got the bucks. That's the guys that's going to be doing all the complaining. We got to teach and remember how we used to start racing. Today, there are so many good drivers out there that can't get a chance to go racing because you can't afford to go racing. It's way out of hand. Back in the day, you go to a junkyard, you buy a car, and you go racing. And then you would show your skills, and you would learn about the car. You would learn everything. But today, you got all engineers, all politics, and that's what's all about today. Money, money, money. Not for the race driver that wants to come racing. It's for the race drivers that they're running today. You can't blame them. You got to go for the bucks. But we can stop all of that with the help. Now, I want you all to get together. I want you all to call me, and let's get our heads together. And I believe we can do it. Not one man can do it. I'm a little nervous tonight because this is my first show. And I'm so excited that I know that I can get this done with your help and Humpy's help. And Bruton Smith, it would be 100% for all of this because the car count is getting way down. And you can notice that, you don't have to be blind, And then we get the car count way back up again. Today an engine costs you $50,000, $60,000. how do you afford to do that? I tried to do it in 2001 with my grandson Tommy. I ran 3 truck races. It cost me $350,000. There's no way. There's no way you can do it. And I wasn't even competitive. So I had to pull out. I got 4 trucks sitting in my shop just going to waste because I can't afford to run them. And sponsors, you're talking $15, $20 million. That's impossible. There's only very few of them left. So we got to wake up, and we got to wake up fast. And like I say, I keep repeating myself. And then I want to get our show talking about the old timers. I see that the old timers need help. We got to figure out some way how to help these old timers. Some are sick and very sick. One of our good friends, Jake Elder, he died with no money. Didn't even have enough money for burial. And you got a lot of guys today that can't afford the hospital bills, and they're sick. And we're not doing nothing about it. I've been trying for years to get somebody to help me get a fund started and help these guys. I'm fortunate that I'm lucky that I made it, but the other guys didn't make it. So we got to help them. And if it wasn't for Bill France Sr., I would have never made it. In plain English, Bill France Sr. helped me, got me where I'm at today, and I owe my life to him. And NASCAR's been good to me. They gave me a lifetime membership. I got a hard card since 1966. I go to all the races when I can, and this is free to me and my wife. See, NASCAR, people talk about them. They are very, very good people. It's just that we got to get the cost of racing down. So I'm asking again, please call me, and let's get all these answers put together. 704-361-7338. And then I know for a fact that we could get the short tracks to start first, like Hickory, Tri-County, Caraway, Ace Speedway. All these tracks would do what I'm trying to do right now, cut the cost of racing. And especially now, the way the economy is. I can remember back when I first started, I was a fruit and vegetable peddler. I didn't know nothing about racing. I went to the junkyard, I bought a car, $50, and I went racing. When I went to the race, they didn't ask me who you were, what kind of experience you was. They says, come on in, you were welcome. And then you had to learn how to work on a car. You had to learn everything about a car. And that's what makes a good race driver and a good mechanic. So this could be all done again. Everybody keeps saying, it's too late. No, it's not too late. And NASCAR's on the right track right now. They're getting the cars looking, almost stock. And they are cutting the cost of racing. But the first place you got to start is the shock absorbers. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is the engines and the tires. And this could be all done. And like I said, we got a good show. It's called Racing Now and Then. Bill Yanasek is the founder of it. And Bill and I are trying to get a TV show going right now with Racing Now and Then. So we're not going to give up on this. We're going to stay on it. So like I say, please call me and let's do it. Thank you.